Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to YAZAR Podcast. I'm YAZAR, of course. I'm here to review what everybody just saw. NXT Takeover, Stand and Deliver, Night 1. Here, April 7th, 2021. What a pay-per-view, Night 1. This was on the USA Network. And this was great. Excellent stuff. And I was talking to my partner, Top Hill Face, and I was telling him this is a great reset for NXT. This felt like NXT, the NXT of old, with all the intangibles it had on this show. I really have no complaints. Excellent night 1. I expect night 2 to be better. Excellent. And I thought they could have navigated for 2 nights. But they proved me wrong. Night 1 was here. Tonight was great. Night 2 should be even better. No doubt about what's going on top of your face. Excellent stuff. Yes, please subscribe to the Pro Wrestling Paradise YouTube channel. So if you don't get it here on Facebook, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Like I said, this was an excellent pay-per-view. We started off the night with Pete Dunne versus Kushida. And the first thing that popped in my mind was like, why? This really could have been a championship feud. But we still have Johnny Gargano as champion, which is holding back NXT. I'm going to be very honest with you. He's not helping the North American Championship, and he's not helping the NXT brand at this point in time. He's one of them guys that need to go to the main roster. If you don't want to go to the main roster, be a coach, and or stay out the way, I understand when he retires, he's going to be a producer. Him and Ciampa both have been training backstage in the producer roles and stuff like that. Most likely when Triple H gets full control of the company, Ciampa and Gargano are going to be coaches or producers backstage. So he needs to go ahead and start that right now, and get Gargano out of the ring and off television. Because Triple H needs to stop coddling to Gargano. It's getting out of hand. It's ridiculous. This is not 2018 no more. This is not 2019 no more. This is not the Gargano era anymore. The man has been in 23 takeover matches. Okay, we get it. You're Mr. Takeover. They're trying to put the Shawn Michaels twist on him. I don't know if y'all get it. Triple H and Shawn Michaels is basically Gargano and Ciampa. That's what they're trying to do. That's why Triple H likes Gargano and Ciampa so much, because they remind him of Shawn Michaels and Triple H. So everything Shawn Michaels and Triple H wanted to do in the past, they worked through Gargano and Ciampa, which is why the feud between Gargano and Ciampa was very good at the time it was. But let's get right into it. Pete Dunne, Kushida. Excellent match. What did you expect from these guys? Like I said, you can have an excellent North American Championship picture. In the end, Pete Dunne gets the victory. He builds momentum. He's one of them guys you can call to the main roster as well, at any point. He's still on the young side. He's 25 years old, so you can keep him in NXT if you like. But that means some people have to be moved out the way, And Gargano, like I said, he's holding that North American Championship hostage. Kushida, he's excellent, but is he going to be used on the main roster? No, he's not. So you keep him in NXT. I'd like to see him go to the NXT UK brand. I think, he'll have more of an important role on NXT UK. One thing I don't like is when new talent are signed, they trump over the talent that's already in the company. That kind of pisses me off. So they need to know the balance of power and things, which is I think that NXT Evolve show that will be on Peacock real soon is actually going to do a lot of benefit for some of the talent that's not being used in NXT right now. Um, I have no issue with that. He might have a bigger role in that show. But excellent stuff from Kushida and Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne's amazing. Kushida's amazing. I want to see this down the line for a championship. That's all I got to say as regards to that. We had the 5-man Eliminator tournament for the number one contendership for the North American Championship. It was Bronson Reed, Isaiah Swerve Scott, Leon Ruff, Dexter Lumis, Cameron Grimes, and Eli Drake. Not Eli Drake, but LA Knight. Well, it's still Eli Drake. We started off with Isaiah Swerve Scott and Leon Ruff. My question was why Leon Ruff was in this match? Because he's an enhancement talent. That's just how I see him. The first time I seen him on NXT, he was an enhancement talent for Karrion Kross. He lost like in 2 seconds. So you cannot put an enhancement talent and make them into top mid-carders and make them important. Which is why when you put the North American Championship on them, you kind of diminished the value of the North American Championship. It was not funny. It was not entertaining. It didn't help the ratings. You didn't get a pop. Something like that needs to never happen again. But Leon Ruff got eliminated by Isaiah Swerve Scott. Of course, they were feuding. So that's that. Dexter Lumis was eliminated by LA Knight. LA Knight was eliminated by Bronson Reed. Isaiah Swerve Scott eliminated Cameron Grimes. And we're down to Isaiah Swerve Scott and Bronson Reed. Isaiah Swerve Scott is one of them guys that you thought just a couple months ago he's going to win the Cruiserweight Championship. They didn't put a gun on him then. Now he's a heel, you know what I'm saying? He needs to have a little bit more momentum before he gets a championship. So you need to start giving him victories as a heel. There's something new for him, you know. But he's an excellent athlete. I love his finisher. And I love his in-ring presence. But Bronson Reed in the end won this match. And I love Bronson Reed. Definitely, that's the guy who I was going for. Bronson Reed tomorrow, he needs to destroy Gargano. And he needs to be your new North American champion. And you build around Bronson Reed in the North American Championship picture because you have so many guys that's deserving and really can make that a very competitive North American Championship picture. And that's what you need to do. Gargano needs to get the fuck out. So yeah, great match. What else do we have here? Walter versus Ciampa. This was a great match, classic match. I love Walter. Ciampa, I was pretty hard on him, mainly because he looked very old with the hair and stuff. I'm glad he shaved it back, gave us the bald look. But this kind of played into the story of Walter saying, basically in the video package, you're not the old Ciampa of 2018 where you're in your dominance and stuff. And that's true, right? You know, with all the nagging injuries that Ciampa has had, it stunted his in-ring career and his momentum. You know what I'm saying? Some people have passed him by. You know what I'm saying? When Ciampa came back in, I think, 2019, you know, guys were ahead of him. Keith Lee, Dijakovic, Damian Priest, you know. Guys were ahead of the guy. You know, it's not Ciampa's era no more in NXT. That means he needs to get the fuck out of here. That's the whole point of being moved to the main roster. Your time's up in NXT. But these guys refuse to do it. You know? They refuse to do it. Alright, then go to the UK. Go to the UK brand. Pretty simple. So yeah, a great back and forth. The main story in this matchup was Walter's hand, as he basically split the announce table in half with his hand. The amount of strength that Walter has is amazing. he's really a top tier athlete in what he does. He's a ring general, and I love Walter. Walter is freaking incredible, man, at what he does. Uh, uh, he he very he really knows his spots with the matches and what he's doing.
What do you think?
Yeah. So yeah, Walter is something else in the ring. This was classic matchup between the two guys. Um, like I said, the story was his hand. A lot of counter wrestling from Ciampa, you know, attacking on the hand. In the end, I liked the ending spot where the finish was a chop to the chest. Excellent stuff, man. I love the storytelling, man, in this matchup. I think this was the match of the night. No question. This was the storytelling. And I'm a sucker for the storytelling. So I'm very much enjoyed that. We had MSK versus Legredo del Fantasma versus the Young Grizzled Veterans for the vacant NXT Tag Team Championships. This was excellent as well. You gotta give props to Legredo del Fantasma, Raul Mendoza, and Joaquin Wilde. Both guys were going nowhere in NXT. And they formed that Legredo del Fantasma faction with Santos Escobar, and they went to another level, man. Excellent tag team continuity between all three teams. There definitely needs to be more tag team signed to NXT. And what I've been saying is tag teams need to be reserved and stay in NXT because NXT knows what tag team wrestling is. You have one of the greatest tag teams, or two of the greatest tag teams, managing that brand. You know, you got Road Dogg, who's one half of the New Age Outlaws, and then you got DX, which is Shawn Michaels and Triple H. So, you know, they know what tag team wrestling is, and it was accentuated in this matchup. In the end, MSK is your new tag team champions. I'm not even mad about that. This thing could have went to either tag team, honestly. I would have been mad if Youngers or Veterans got the victory, because they're more established in the NXT brand. I said because their NXT UK experience. Especially if they're heels, right? You want a heel to win it, so your baby faces can chase. But I'm guessing because MSK is now the fresh tag team, they got the most momentum behind it. You guys will give it to them. They are your Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic winners, but they're very polished. This is why tag team wrestling, when NXT's on, they're on. No questions asked as regards to that. Io Shirai versus Raquel Gonzalez. This was a nice David and Goliath back and forth. This story was about if Io can outsmart Raquel and retain her title, which did not happen, which I wanted not to happen. You know, Io has held that title for 300 plus days, had a decent reign, but we needed some fresh matchups, and Raquel winning the championship opened up a plethora of matchups for her. So Io Shirai, I don't know what she's gonna do after this. I'm predicting she's going to the main roster, which is not gonna end well. You know, the only thing I can see is Asuka gonna take a break that 6 to 8 months to fix her mouth, or to heal her mouth, I should say, after WrestleMania, and then you can insert Io on Raw to take Asuka's place, in a sense, and we can get Asuka. Nah. What am I saying? Io replaces Asuka on Raw while Asuka's out, and we can get Io and Rhea on Raw. because they had a feud here in NXT, and they can replay their feud on the main roster. Now more eyes can see it, and I think I'll be fine with that if they want to go that route. You put Io on SmackDown, she's gonna flourish because you got Sasha Banks, Bayley, Bianca, Liv Morgan, Ruby Riott, a more giving roster on SmackDown when it comes to the women. And I know Bayley's been asking to face Io for a while now. We also heard the reports of Ronda Rousey and Becky Lynch. They're imminent to return very soon, which is no surprise. So don't be surprised if Ronda and Becky appear at Mania, because that's going to be one of the marquee matches at next year's WrestleMania. So don't be surprised if they start planting seeds for that WrestleMania next year, this WrestleMania, which I have no problem with. Becky and Ronda should have happened last year, but they had to add Charlotte Flair because she couldn't miss the first women's main event. So, yeah. But there's Io on the main roster. I mean, you just look at the treatment of Asuka, look at the treatment of Kairi Sane, that should give you the indication where Io is going to go on the main roster. I hope her contract is expired now at this point, or it's not long till her contract expires, so she can go back to Japan, because she's not going to be used appropriately on the main brands. That's just what it is. But if I want a brand that she can go to, that's going to be given to her, with the talent that's going to be around her, it's going to be SmackDown. It's going to be SmackDown, no questions asked. And as Raquel is your new NXT Women's Champion, are we going to get Dakota Kai versus Raquel, you know what I'm saying, on a NXT episode, then Dakota onto the main roster, she goes to SmackDown as well? We'll see. If y'all didn't know, Shayna Baszler and Dakota Kai are together, so Dakota Kai may go to Raw, you know what I'm saying? So we'll see. We'll see. Don't be surprised if Dakota Kai ends up on Raw. Yeah, but that was NXT Takeover Stand and Deliver. It was an excellent show, excellent pay-per-view. No complaints from me. Night 2 should be even better. Finn Balor versus Karrion Kross. Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell versus Shotzi and Amber. Adam Cole versus Kyle O'Reilly on Sanctioned match, which I don't like that stipulation. One thing I don't like either is Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly look to be the main event above the championship, which I don't approve of. I don't approve of that at all. Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly are not above what Finn Balor and Karrion Kross are doing. You know what I'm saying? But it's being presented as such. So hopefully that's not the case. Adam Cole needs to get out of here after he's done with Kyle O'Reilly. I'm guessing this will be his last match in NXT. And I predict Adam Cole to SmackDown, as I predict Daniel Bryan will be walking out of WrestleMania, your Universal Champion. And you have a feud for Adam Cole in about 2-3 months when he's as he's on the main roster. Going to build his momentum up, get a good string of wins under his belt, and go for that Universal Championship. Daniel Bryan versus Adam Cole in a rematch from the Survivor Series weekend of 2019. Remember the November 1st, 2019 SmackDown? We had Adam Cole versus Daniel Bryan for the NXT Championship. Excellent match that we had. So yeah, it was very good. But with that, peace. This was your NXT Takeover Night 1 review. Thank you.